I think that's my favourite thing, is when you discover things. If you're rummaging and you find something at the bottom of a pile of something, and it might just be an end paper on a book or something that you folded out, a map, and you get this incredible inspiration from those things. I'm Jackie Parsons, and I'm an illustrator and collage artist. We're in St Leonards-on-Sea, which is adjacent to Hastings. We came down here about 16 years ago and were really kind of inspired by the light. You get an amazing light here on the seafront. At the time, there's still some remaining, but an enormous amount of junk shops, paraphernalia, lots of car boot sales, lots of things really that inspired the collage, lots of places where we could find reference material and source material for the work. The studio space, we moved here about 12 years ago, and we're lucky enough to find a space that is looking over the sea, drawn to the light really, and also the size of the space that we were able to get here. In terms of the amount of material I have, it's quite a lot. So the space was an important part of that really, somewhere that could house the collection of books and collage material. Then the light was a bonus really, and looking at the sea every day. The building is it's a building called Marine Court, which is a 1920s, I think, late 1920s Art Deco building, which in itself is actually quite inspirational. There's an interesting mix of shops, cafes, restaurants along the front here. So yeah, the place itself has been very inspirational. It's a huge eclectic mix of things that inspire me. We started off really travel quite a lot and spent quite a lot of time in France, and over there they have boot sales really, but they call them brocants and vide-greniers, and so we spent a lot of time over the summers kind of rummaging in the you find these tiny little places in villages in the middle of France. Up in the Pyrenees I've had some of the best finds, like little bits of paper, old books. A lot of inspiration really comes from diagrams and kind of unusual things really. It might be an old physics book. They're quite technical diagrams where I'll find a little tiny bit of stencil or writing or a shape that then goes on to inspire the work. Another big influence is sewing. I can't sew at all myself, but my mum is an amazing crochet, knitting, sewing, and her mum was a tailoress, so I think probably it's somewhere in the DNA. So I'm very inspired by patterns. I've got all kinds of collage material really that goes through a process. A little bit of paint, a little bit of print, often gets scanned in now. A lot of the work ends up being digital, but I always start off with scissors and scalpels, and the paper is very much an integral part of the process. These came from a game, I think, and these have been in several pieces of work. I think they were like a hoopla game, but you can see they almost like letters. Letter forms play a big part as well. These are sewing patterns. There was a huge pile, a huge box of them at a flea market in France, in Paris actually, I think these were. I was kind of picking them out, and the French lady just gave me a price in euros for the box, and I thought, well, whatever happens, I'll get them in the back and get them back to the UK. So these have gone into a lot of work. I think these are embroidery patterns from the 1950s. Often it's just a shape or something that I will focus in on, kind of zoom in on a very tiny little part. I use the photocopier a lot actually. So the photocopier, I'll take a tiny little shape and then enlarge it and then chop back into that with the scissors and the scalpel, and that informs a lot of the work too. Architecture is a big inspiration. Again, I've got the architecture d'aujourd'hui in my bad French accent. But those again are from the 60s and 70s, very inspiring. Again, it's often just the details and the shapes in there that I'll focus in on and take a little tiny shape. Sometimes I repeat it and create a repeat pattern from those details. It sometimes can be quite technical. I've got a book on cooling towers, but in there are these little really interesting diagrams that again inform the work, and it can end up being something that looks quite beautiful at the end, and yet it came from a very technical manual. So there's often an unusual source. Sometimes we'll see something printed in a magazine, and I think that little tiny detail that looks like something very beautiful actually came from a very technical source. Nature is a huge inspiration as well, and when we moved to Hastings we were lucky enough to get a house with a big garden, which as we've had brought up our young daughters here as well, so nature and flowers and plants and trees have always been a huge inspiration. I think my mum and dad always took us for long walks and we'd always go exploring in the woods, so I think that definitely comes into the work. The hummingbird, actually I've done quite a lot of abstract work, but this was from a very early project years and years ago when I was commissioned to do a piece of artwork for an album cover, and it ended up in the album cover, but it's a very abstract piece of work, and it got me my first commission, I think, in America, was from the piece of work with the hummingbird in it. So yeah, the inspiration comes from so many different areas really.